In thousands of classrooms across Kenya, something small but powerful determines who learns and who is left behind.
Before, boys answered questions in class, and now both boys and girls answer questions.
I enjoy mostly coming to school because I come to learn and making friends. In our class, both boys and girls participate equally.
These patterns are not about ability, they are about routines, and routines can change.
Before LL4G, there was very low integration of the boys and the girls. It was not very easy for them to mix together when they are doing their fun activities, because you'll just find the girls doing it alone, the boys doing theirs alone. When you call them even outside here, sometimes when you want to talk to them, you find the girls standing on one side, the boys at one side, and there's space between them.
One routine that I changed was that for me in my class, there were no roles that were meant for girls, and neither were there roles that were meant for boys.
What I changed to ensure both participate, I grouped the boys and girls. The ones who had knowledge, I used them to teach the others who were a bit weak. Through that team teaching, at least they improved.
This is not charisma. This is a technique, a learnable, transferable technique.
From the workshop, we actually met together as a staff. As we sat on that very first day, we talked of how do you bring them on board in terms of assessment, in terms of distribution of questions, in terms of distribution of learning materials. So we shared all those and they realized.
After this gender-inclusive learning, we are seeing our parents using the right language when talking. Stereotypes have reduced even here in school. Teachers are using the right language when addressing boys and girls.
Here we look at boys and girls as equal learners. And that is why, even when you look at our teams that we have here, particularly the handball and netball teams, that is, we have the boys teams and the girls team. We give them equal opportunities to participate. In a nutshell, in our school, as you are very comprehensive, boys and girls have that equal times, equal moments, equal resources to participate and even to advance to those levels that they can reach.
What I've observed in learners to see participation has improved is that previously the subjects where I told you, for example, agriculture, where the girls were dominating, right now you are able to see improvement even among the boys. And also in pre-technical, where we would see the boys were dominating, now the things are different. Girls are also performing well, and through that I'm seeing that the things that I've been doing are bearing fruits.
Safety is built in small moments, repeated daily, deliberately.
About observing a lesson, we ensure that both genders are participating. The teaching learning resources, we distribute them equally to both boys and girls. And also when it comes to motivating them, we motivate them equally.
Sustainable change is not built on inspiration. It is built on a schedule.
When we brought this inclusivity in our school, we have realized that we do not have specific roles for a girl and for a boy, such that if it is every activity that we run in the school, from the first activity that is making the school clean, we have seen both boys and girls participating very well.
We have started programs where teachers do sensitization to the learners. We also involve parents in doing the sensitization and showing them that there is need to have everybody involved in different activities, no matter the gender.
When leadership makes inclusion a routine, it stops being a project. It becomes culture.
Gender equality is important in Kenya, especially when we have the CBE. Since with the CBE, we are most interested in talents in the children.
Policy and practice are often disconnected. These officers, they are the bridge.
I have been going in classes with the teachers to see how they attend to the learners. Thereafter, you have seen I go out with them to discuss, share the areas they have done well during the lesson, and also highlight the areas that need improvement while they are delivering in class.
The measure of every leadership routine, every coaching conversation, every deliberate question is this: what do learners experience when they walk into class?
My favorite subject is English, and I enjoy coming to school to read storybooks. One word that describes me while I am in classroom is confident.
Our teacher always encouraged us to be confident. Our teacher always put us in groups when we are doing classwork.
These are not grand transformations. They are early, real, meaningful shifts.
Raymond, tangu hii program ianze, amebadilika sana. Kama mambo mengine kama kuosha vyombo, hakuweza kutaka kuosha. Alikuwa anakuambia mama, hiyo sifanyi ni ya wasichana, lakini siku hizi amekuwa na ile ujasiri, anafanya hiyo kitu kwa bidii sana.
Marion used not to perform better as much. She used to shy off from boys. This group work has really assisted her because back at home there is nobody who could assist her. But now in school, because of group work, she can now perform better in maths compared to various years.
We have put some of these policies as part of the daily school programs. They are also being used as part of policy formations each and every time, because it is not the head teacher alone who does the programming, but we want every teacher to do the programming.
During staff meetings with the teachers, we talk about gender, and this is our norm. I will continue supporting teachers to attend workshops related to gender to ensure that they continue acquiring the skills and knowledge about gender inclusivity.
If you can be able to influence one curriculum support officers and they take up a role and they're supporting 24 schools, you can imagine how many parents are in that school, how many teachers are in that school, and how do they influence how learning is perceived in a community. Can you be able to also think about coming up with guidelines, small write-ups or small policy guidelines on how parents can be able to also be empowered? So we need to invest in schools on how to capacity build the parent.
Gender-inclusive learning is not a distant aspiration. It is happening now in classrooms across Kenya. It is a set of practices. It can be taught, it can be led, and it will grow. When every learner belongs, every learner learns.